guys, Tomboy601, and today we're taking the Weimar out again. We've had a couple of great games in her, but I've restricted myself to only probably showing this one game for a good long while because, well, if I showed every game I've been playing in the Weimar, it would become a Weimar only channel, and we don't want really that. But Weimar has been treating me very well, mainly because I've been taking her out a lot. Especially because she's become my go-to credit grinding ship. We'll go into that a little bit later, but what I do want to talk about is we have a bit of a different game in the Weimar, and I think it will be fun to take it out just because, of course, we have the Mines, of course, the new Tier 7 premium ship that will be coming for the next campaign is essentially a Tier 7 version of this ship. So, yeah, I was like, well, I'll probably move on to that as soon as that's fruitful, so we should get enjoying this while we can. So one of the things that you usually see with Weimar is it sticks in the back because, well, it doesn't have much armor. Of course, it's based on the York, not exactly the greatest hull armor up front. So we're going to play a little aggressively here, and it's going to play very well. We see a Trento pop up. Of course, we had the HE loaded, started firing at the Scharnhorst, but that Trento is sitting essentially broadside. He's not full-on broadside, but he's broadside enough for us to be able to get ourselves 2 citadels right there. And if he's going to sit like that, we are going to absolutely take advantage of him. And as we can see, we are just chunking him for damage. Of course, Weimar has such a small reload time that this guy has been melted down. He did take what, a third of our health off of us, but absolutely worth the trade. He did pop up his fighter, which is going to keep us spotted for the next minute and a half. Scharnhorst just a bit too far away. We can see the other 2 enemies that spawned on this side, and this is where we kind of have to start playing strategic, because of course Scharnhorst can absolutely wreck us if he wanted to. Atlanta, he's sticking to that traditional HE spam role. He found his little island that he wants to hide off in, and he's going to be very happy hiding behind that island. Us, on the other hand, we're going to try to poke our nose out here. Scharnhorst is going to say, you know, I'm keeping an eye on you, and greets us with a good old hit that could have absolutely wrecked us. But thankfully, we didn't. We popped it into reverse because we want to get behind this island once again. We can see that Scharnhorst is very happy to keep pushing in. We get the fire, which is going to help us with some good damage over time, which is exactly what we want to do. Because, of course, we want to be able to slightly disengage from the Scharnhorst. We take 1 round through the bow of the ship right there. Thankfully, it's an overpen, only doing 600 damage. That is the blessing of very thin armor, is you can get those overpens, but once you get farther away, those overpens can definitely become penetrations, especially if they have a piercing angle. What we're doing now is we're just kind of reversing, trying to see to get these torps lined up. Of course, we have 2 torp launchers on either side. We can see he's starting to try to adjust his angle, and we're just trying to sit just enough so that he's not able to launch on us. We can also see Atlanta has fired up its radar, and you know, I think he was hoping to do some damage to us while we were reversing. Thankfully, he didn't really do much. We go ahead and launch off the 2 torpedo launchers, one which was on like his optimal path, and one that was slightly closer to the island, because we figure if he's going to be kind of making for the apex of the island, he'll turn in just a little and we should be able to hit him. He's almost down now, and we go ahead and hit him with 2 torps there. That's 2 guys down on this side, and now it's time to hunt that Atlanta. Of course, us and Atlanta kind of share a bunch of traits, right? We're both HE spammers, ones that surprisingly good AP salvos if you get in close. Like, all in all, we do have very similar characteristics. I'm expecting him to kind of come out on the right-hand side of this island, so I'm kind of turning out, trying to get all my guns to bear. This could be dangerous for me, but then I see him in that little keyhole right there. Thankfully, we get a couple of our shells. This next one, we see it says the island's going to block it, but we just saw how high some of those shells made it, and we are able to sneak some more right over the island there, take out the Atlanta, and now we can go ahead and successfully capture C. We thankfully knocked out everyone on this side, and it looks like the middle flank for the enemy team has decided that moving is for suckers, and they've decided just to kind of sit in their spawn. First, North Carolina pops up, but then we see this Helena, and it's going to be way easier for us to go ahead and engage this Helena, especially if he decides that moving is just not his thing. So we go ahead and start launching. Of course, AP on Weimar, pretty fantastic because it's German AP. I know we just said usually close up the AP is really nasty. Well, assuming you have the right sort of deck armor you can punch through, you can absolutely melt broadside ships, just like we did to that Helena. And now we're going to go ahead and start focusing on North Carolina. Of course, we have gone ahead and captured C, so we're going to start moving more towards mid, because essentially we have cleared the seaside. We're about to clear the midpoint, so the only area that the enemy is going to really control is going to be that B point. Now, where do we want to engage? Well, we could go towards where that North Carolina was, where that Helena was, get behind that island over there. But given where the enemies are, I think it's going to be a better plan for us to maybe try to start kind of move to lower B, getting a little bit closer to the enemies. Of course, we have some time we can go ahead and mess with, but first deal with this Carolina and then start pushing towards A. Now, I was saying earlier that Weimar, I've been taking the Weimar out a lot, and it has become absolutely my credit earner this update. This game, I have a ton of, oh, there we go, we get the high cal there. But this game, I think we end up earning like 800,000 credits. Of course, I am running the credit boosters of like the epic credit boosters, because I've been an idiot and haven't used boosters pretty much at all in this game until the last kind of like 6 months. So yeah, I've ground a lot out in this game, which is weird, but I'm at that point where I kind of start to need the money. I did the math. I have 11 tier 7s researched currently that I don't own, which if you times 11 by the 18 million credit price, that comes out to just around 198 million credits I need to earn in this game. Of course, earn them slowly over time, but when you can consistently get 800, 600,000 credits a game with the boosters out of Weimar, up to 1 million sometimes. Like, I've had 1 million credit games, which are absolutely fantastic. Weimar quickly, you know, there's a reason I've been gravitating towards this ship. I will be interested to see. Apparently there has been rumors that this ship will receive a nerf in the coming update. When this video posts, I will probably have read the pre-release patch notes, but as of recording right now, 6:17 p.m. on the 2nd of November, I don't have the patch notes, so I have no idea. But I could absolutely see them, especially with the mines inbound for this game, absolutely see them kind of changing the policy on not nerfing premium ships. I could definitely see them moving towards a bit of a nerf for this vessel, because while it is nice for me to be able to go into a game, you know, get 1 or 2 Krakens a day with it and print money like there's no tomorrow, it probably, 1, is not best for the health of the overall game, and 2, it probably shows that, yeah, maybe this ship is a bit overperforming where it should. Anyways, we see that the enemy team only has 2 left. We have 4 kills, which means we are on the Kraken hunt. We're going to kind of sail as far right as we can, try to get in cover behind that little lip on that island over there, break spot. Of course, Budione is kind of pushing into that island off in the distance. If he gets behind that, he won't be spotting us, and if he does that, Tennessee will absolutely drop spot, because our conning tower does not go over that little ridge right there. So assuming we can drop spot, this should be a pretty good position for us just to kind of lob AP. Of course, AP, very, very nice on the broadside battleships, as we can see here, especially on the American battleships. They tend to have relatively weak superstructure armor, so you can get some pretty good pen damage. You know, AP or HE can also do fairly well against them, but when you can get the full AP damage out of them, you might as well. And we can see we're just kind of just itching away and bumping down on this Tennessee and just getting those good pens. We're going to switch over to HE just to see if we can kind of start the fire, finish him off, just because he's getting to that point where we may start losing the pens. But here we go. First Citadel, we get our first shot, we get the we get a fire, we get the Kraken, go for the follow-up on Budione, he gets taken down, and guys, that's the game. If you liked the video, go hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. See ya.